All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, yesterday, the Detroit Lions decided to move on from general manager Bob Quinn and head coach Matt Patricia. Now, Quinn was hired as the Lions general manager in 2016, and he then hired Patricia in 2018. Now, the Lions' record under Patricia was not pretty, as he was only 13-29-1. And under Patricia, we saw the Lions consistently find ways to squander leads. And at the end of the day, it's another failure by a former New England Patriots assistant coach under Bill Belichick. We've seen it too often where the guys who were head coaches, assistant coaches under Belichick, who went on to become head coaches, where it's really difficult for them to, have success. And I think a big reason for that is too often the assistant coaches under Belichick try to go to their club and do what Belichick does or did. And it's a situation where, you know what, it's my way or the highway. It's all about, if you don't like the way I'm doing things or what I'm saying, you can basically get out, and we don't really care about whatever success you had prior to this. It's my way or the highway. And that worked for a very long time for Belichick with the Patriots, due to the fact that, he had a guy like quarterback Tom Brady to really mask a lot of the issues there. These guys, they go to these teams first and foremost, they don't have Tom Brady. And that's the situation, with the Lions. Matt Patricia took over a Lions team that was 9-7 the year before under former head coach Jim Caldwell. And remember, it was Bob Quinn who fired Caldwell after a 9-7 or consecutive 9-7 seasons. And actually in 2016, when the Lions went 9-7 rather, they were in the playoffs under Jim Caldwell. So it's a situation where, you know what? You're kind of getting ahead of yourself. It's all about this Patriots culture. And let's not forget, Bob Quinn came from New England as well. And it simply is not working out. We saw the Lions under Patricia, fail to get those impact players in the draft, fail to put talent around quarterback Matthew Stafford. And then at the end of the day, Patricia's strength was his defense. And we consistently saw the Lions fail to execute on defense, especially in those key moments in contest. Now, make no mistake about it, the Lions are in a huge need of a cultural transplant. You look at this franchise, only 3 playoff appearances since 2000 and only 1 playoff win since 1957, which was the Lions' last NFL championship. The Lions are one of 4 NFL franchises that have never appeared in a Super Bowl. And speaking of the playoffs, you have to go back to the 1991 divisional playoff versus the Dallas Cowboys to find the last time that the Detroit Lions won a playoff game. Some people are going to call it the curse of Bobby Lane. I just plain and simple map it up as a lack of too much stupidity within this Lions organization, and there is no commitment to winning. We've seen where careers as far as the NFL come to Detroit and die. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson are just 2 people that come to mind for that. But this is a Lions organization that, they're not committed to winning. They're committed to put a subpar product out on the field on a yearly basis. And it's a situation where they'll say, hey, we'll get a quarterback and a wide receiver, but we don't fix the defense. Then you fix the defense, and then then the offense is the issue. And these are the things that have consistently plagued the Detroit Lions for decades. So first and foremost, before they go out there and find themselves a head coach, they got to go out there and find themselves a general manager, and a general manager who is going to properly assess everybody on this roster. Veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford, he's under contract for the next 2 years. But is it time for the Lions to begin looking at the future? I mean, Stafford does have an injury history. He's in his early 30s right now. And do you see him as your quarterback long-term going forward? There are definitely some candidates out there for head coaches, but I think it comes down to the Lions finding a general manager first. And now there's going to be some competition. We saw the Jacksonville Jaguars fire General Manager Dave Caldwell today. The Atlanta Falcons have already moved on from General Manager Thomas Dimitroff. So you have to look at it and say, well, you know, if you're the Lions, you definitely want to get going as far as trying to find the best potential general manager available, although it's not going to be pretty because there's definitely going to be competition. There's definitely going to be competition out there to find a head coach. But like I said, for the Lions, first and foremost, find that GM. But at the end of the day, until the Lions get a culture change within Allen Park, within their home facility, it really will not matter. You look at the Lions and it's tough. They're looking at their third consecutive last place finish in the NFC North. Since the NFC North was established in 2002, the Lions are the only team within that division who have never won. They have not won a division title since 1993. This is how bad it's been. The folks that follow this team in the great state of Michigan have not seen a home playoff game since 1993. That was at the Silverdome. So Ford Field has been around now for close to 20 years, and the folks there have yet to see a playoff game in downtown Detroit with this club. So, you know, it's one of those, they're in need of a culture change. Will it happen? I highly doubt it, because this is simply a franchise that cannot get out of their own way. And it's sad because there's a long storied history with the Detroit Lions organization. But, you know, if you're a person that was born anytime after 1965, you really don't know about it. There is a long storied history with the Lions. People really don't understand at one point in time how good this franchise was. And I don't know what it's going to take for them to get back to those glory days. They simply are okay with mediocrity. And because of that, their fan base is suffering. The players that they have are suffering because they don't know what it takes to win. And that is a big step as far as trying to find out what it takes to win in the NFL. The Lions don't know how to do it, and I don't see a recipe to change that result coming down the pike anytime soon for this team in Motown. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast. Want to thank all of the subscribers out there. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. Take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.